But the first topic of tonight is actually something dear and close to my heart, Jay. It's something that, as a fan, I've been pondering on, and I wanted to talk about it on the show. We blew our championship window because of the two guys on Jimmy Butler's right. And if you can't see the graphic, everybody, there you go. Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris. Fuck you and fuck you. You two are the reasons that this guy left because we picked them over you. We thought we needed to pay fucknut 1 and fucknut 2, and look at how that panned out. Dumb and dumber. I don't mind Tobias as much. Tobias is a good dude. He's not that guy. I'm sorry. And Ben Simmons, you know how I feel about him. Obviously, I'm from Philadelphia. I don't need to tell you. You already know. But the point is, the more I ponder on it, the more I think about it, the more Jimmy Butler leaving makes me say, Embiid's getting old. He's becoming a little bit more injury prone. And did we just blow our playoff window on a guy named Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons? But it also makes me think on the flip side, Jay, if the Heat don't go to the, which it's looking like they should, but if they don't go to the finals or win the finals, did maybe Butler waste his time too, not pairing up with Embiid? Is it like the yin and the yang?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with just about everything you said. Side note, I thought that was Patrick Mahomes at first when I seen that Ben Simmons graphic. But I think the Sixers would have rather been Patrick Mahomes because they paid the wrong man in Ben Simmons, and they paid the wrong guy in Tobias Harris and have him on the same team. Now, this is the thing, though, dog. This reminds me a lot about fantasy football because we play fantasy football, and there's times where people will say, "I got 3 guys, one has to go." Am I gonna trade away the guys that have the most draft capital? Because Tobias Harris, I believe he was the number 2 overall pick, but he's for sure a top 5, top 10 pick. Ben Simmons is, I believe, the number 1 overall pick. Jimmy Butler is like a 30th overall pick if he was even in the first round. So when people look at it, they might think Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons, their potential is insane. They're supposed to be these like generational players, these like KD type level players. And then you have Jimmy Butler, who's just a solid 3-and-D guy, or so they thought. And then, you've seen Jimmy Butler go to Miami. In Minnesota, he was already showing that he was this guy, and he was proving people, kind of wrong. He was on the wrong team, of course, with the guys that weren't serious about it. Now he found a team that really wants to win. He carries them. Like you said, Dalt, you put Jimmy Butler with Joel Embiid, and they probably win a championship easily.
Jimmy Butler goes out and wins the championship this year. Like you said, okay, whatever. Does he leave Miami then because he's satisfied and that team isn't going to be what it was and come back to Philly? Is there any possibility of that, or am I just hoping too much as a fan?
If Jimmy Butler goes back to Philadelphia, to me it's soft. People blame KD because they think, KD was soft for going to the Warriors. I think KD would be soft if he went back to the Thunder. That's the only way I'm thinking he's soft. So, with that being said, though, I don't think he's going back to Sixers. I think he'll ride it out with the Heat, especially if they win a championship. I can see him maybe even doing something like joining forces with AD, maybe even LeBron in LA as long as they'll stay. But I don't know. I'm thinking he's staying in Miami, though.